And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. And as we get set for Game 5, Chris, it seems like this series could still have a few twists and turns in it.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration, but these situations tell us a lot about a team's character, and for some teams, it brings out their absolute best, but for others, it can kind of prove to be an overwhelming scenario to face, and so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably in the driver's seat. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go now. And today's starting pitcher, Shane Baz. What should we keep an eye on here?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Here's a speed threat, Leonard Figueroa.
Hey, drive that pitch, huh? Here you go.
In the dirt, and it's 1-0. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
Westberg, the runner at third. Cabrera on at first with nobody out. Up and in, 2 balls and a strike.
Keep driving. Let's go, kid.
Base hit and a run comes in.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Leonard Figueroa up now for the Tigers. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That's a base hit as a run scores. Now 2 runs score, and they lead by 4.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Man at first with 1 gone. And up next for Detroit, Akil Baddoo. He's 0 for 1. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for 1 run, trying to apply some pressure. And that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Runner leads away at second. Swing and a bouncer. Bronco on the run, throw to first. They get him, but it was pretty close.
The batter, the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
And next up for the Tigers, Alejandro Kirk. Caught looking his first time up.
Hey, your pitch right now.
Swings and misses. Going to count 1-2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Tigers 5, the Rays 1. Welcome back. Here's the center fielder, Leonard Figueroa. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. He puts it in his pocket, safe at first without a play.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Man at first. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Akil Baddoo.
Runner.
And there he goes. It's a pitch out. Throw to second. He's safe. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Have a rip like you can. Here we go now, huh?
Right-handed reliever. There's the strike. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the pit.
Runner goes again. Pitch is high. And the throw, he's out at third.
That's just a poor decision right there, and I'm sure somebody's going to talk to him when he gets back into the dugout. You have to understand who's at the plate and who's coming up. These are guys that can drive the ball in the gap, hit the ball over the fence. You don't have to worry about being aggressive and trying to get yourself up.
And now the center fielder, Colton Cowser, 1 for 2. The 2-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Tracks it down for the out. And there's 2 down.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for.
And next to hit for Detroit, Leonard Figueroa. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Check on the runner, and he's back in there.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
And that one fouled off.
Hey, have a good rip up there, huh?
He swings and fouls one off. The pitch. Got him swinging.
Well, he didn't want to go after him with the fastball at all in that at bat. Nothing but off-speed stuff. Even with all the changeups coming, somehow he was still early on the swing. So I think he had to be thinking it was only a matter of time until he saw some heat.
Here's the center fielder, Leonard Figueroa.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter. Can also flash some power.
See it, drive it. Let's go right here.
Hammered, base hit. Westberg around third. The throw in. Not in time. He's safe. And a run comes in to score.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Now the left fielder, Akil Baddoo. A strikeout and a walk. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. No throw. He's in there safely. Gunnar Henderson next to hit for the Rays. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Into center, and that's the inning. This one pretty well decided at this point. We're on to the ninth now in Game 5. The Tigers lead it 14-3. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Carlos Hernandez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And now the center fielder, Leonard Figueroa.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Here comes a pitch. That's inside. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back. Congratulations to the American League champions. These guys have worked hard all season long, and their hard work has paid off. Now, off to the World Series. These guys can't wait to get it started.
For my partner, Chris Singleton, and our entire outstanding crew, thank you for watching the American League Championship Series on MLB The Show.